Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reading a multi-character reader by me. So let's get into it. Kamado Tanjiro. Tanjiro usually kept the door locked when he was changing, but he forgot this time. And usually you just forget to knock. And this time, you're just looking around for your headphones. So you open the door, aiming to quickly get them and leave. And then he froze, staring at his chiseled back as he was fitting on his shirt, his pants halfway on, and then he noticed the door was opened, turning to you with a red face. Wayan, could you please go out and close the door behind you? Please, he mumbled, trying to stay composed. And you quickly nodded, breathless, leaving the room, and try not to replay the image in your mind while your face was still bright red from what you had seen. And for the rest of the day, the two of you could not look each other in the eye, blushing whenever your eyes meet. It was cute, and thankfully in the morning, the two of you got over it. Soon forgotten, at least for him. However, you could see that the image lived in your mind rent-free. Zenitsu. Zenitsu forgot to even close the door. He had got in such a hurry because he tried to wash the dishes and somehow got himself all wet. And he was trying to find a new shirt. So while he looked for him, go and yell at him for leaving the tap open. He just found him changing. And he stalled, blushing brightly. And you did not have the decency or shame to leave the room and go somewhere else. Your eyes frozen, like they couldn't just be torn apart from watching him. And after he turned around, he noticed that you were standing there, and he blushed brightly, biting back a squeak. Wayan, how long were you standing there? You stayed quiet for a while, not knowing how to exactly say that you're standing there for a very long time, perhaps even since the very beginning. So he just nodded, swallowing, while he looked at you, totally confused and blushing. You look pretty, you know, he said, and that got him to blush even brighter, thanking you. Well, you just laughed at him, kissing his cheek and telling him that he'd better go continue washing those dishes if he wanted more kissing in the future. And that sure gave him a head start. Inosuke. Inosuke was shirtless half the time, but have you ever seen his thighs? No, probably not. And right now was the day you were going to be seeing them for the very first time. He had torn his clothes somehow while training, and he just came to change his pants. Thankfully, it didn't take long to find the new pants that he was looking for. But Inosuke sometimes forgets that he's not living alone or in the mountains anymore, and that you were there. And he had no idea to just realize that you were standing right behind him, staring at him, and those juicy thighs of his that were so toned and chiseled, like a statue or something. And he felt your throat just getting dry, looking at him. And when he turned around, he just raised his eyebrows. What are you looking at? He had no concept of shame over something like this. He felt like it was basic. But you just shook your head, telling him it was nothing. However, he would keep thinking about this, and so would you. The two of you thinking about this moment for two totally different reasons. Giyuu Tomioka. Oh, poor Giyuu would be too ashamed Basically, the whole story was that you were out buying groceries, and Giyuu just wanted to change in a hurry, so he didn't think it would be a big deal if he just didn't close the door, changing in the living room after he got out the laundry. You had just gone out, so you should be back after a little bit. Not too soon. But it just so happened that he was unlucky, and you forgot your wallet, so you were coming back to get it. Hey, Giyuu, have you seen my... And then you stalled, watching him. Chest, thighs, and those legs of his, bare for you to see, as you could only stare, marveling at the precious treasure that was hidden from you this entire time. Oh, Giyuu? And then before you could even continue, you just noticed that he was blushing, rushing upstairs, and he only came down after taking a few deep breaths, trying to calm himself down and forget about this. And it took him a few minutes, perhaps even 15 minutes, to come down with your wallet, clearing his throat, and telling you that you should try knocking or ringing the bell if you come home, even though he knew that it was entirely his fault, but he just couldn't admit it, and he was too shy to actually think of what happened again, not wanting to see a reaction or think about it. Rengoku. Rengoku would probably be the most carefree about this, along with Inosuke. Rengoku would do it in front of you on purpose sometimes. However, this time was not. He just came to your room, put on his sweatshirt, and his shorts that you had stole from him. And it just so happened that you were in the bathroom and had gotten out to see him, and he blushed brightly. Rengoku, seriously? He said, while he just grinned, going about it even slower, teasing you, telling you that it's nothing you'd not seen before, and that made you even blush brighter. Burying your face in the pillow, and after he was done changing, he wrapped his arms around your waist, kissing you, laughing a little bit at how shy you were, while you smiled, kissing back, and hoping that maybe you would get to see that chest again, and perhaps even kiss it in the future, preferably in the near future, or even today. That was just how much you're starving for this.